Now the particular color choice I'm using, I'm transitioning from solid black into a medium to bright green into a bright yellow. So I'm going to have a very, very nice, very strong contrast between my colors. The particular yellow I'm going to be using is a very, very bright, vibrant yellow, which would actually be somewhat brighter than what an actual straight white would be. So while it's not necessarily a new school piece, it is going to have a very drastic transition of colors in it. So while maintaining that old school kind of traditional feel to it, it is going to have a very bright kind of modern take on the particular color choice I use. So it's a good balance between that old style tattooing but utilizing newer modern colors. So while this type of tattoo has been done many times before, using those simple little techniques like varying your colors or color choices, it'll kind of give it a more modern update feel to it. Plus, using modern colors like this, it's gonna heal much better, and you're gonna get a stronger, more consistent, bright outcome as far as when it heals. Now, as you see, when I'm blending this green into this pre-existing black shading that I have, I'm starting my shading well into the black area of the gray, black and gray that I already did there initially. And that's basically, so what happens is, as I'm traveling, as I'm bringing the shading back into the empty skin where the majority of the color saturation is going to be, being that I started well past that, it's going to give me a much smoother, nicer gradual transition into that solid green. And again, that's just those little bits of attention to detail that are going to create a much softer, smoother, more detail-oriented piece, and just add that little bit of extra definition that's going to give you ultimately a much better, cleaner outcome. And although it may be extremely subtle, the difference between that and a traditional way of doing that, which would be just working on the empty areas of skin and not really paying attention to blending it that further into the shading that's already there. Again, it's those little things, a little attention to details, and a little bit of extra effort is going to make a huge, just an entire world of difference in your tattooing skills. And ultimately, the more attention you pay to detail in every aspect of your tattooing is going to show drastically in the ultimate outcome. And the more you do that and the more you work with that, again, that sort of becomes second nature, and that translates into every aspect of your tattooing, which is your attention to detail and line work, shading, black and gray, placement, the detail you put into your stencils and your outline work, all that stuff. And the combination of all those little bits of detail, when compiled together into one piece, creates a difference between, you know, a moderate tattoo artist and a phenomenal tattoo artist that's work is recognized everywhere. And ultimately that's everybody's goal. Is to be recognized specifically for your work, not just the fact that you are a tattoo artist. What I'm going to do is go ahead and continue working my way around this piece, continuing all this gray shading I'm doing right now. And again, I'm going to use approximately 20% left of this negative skin that's remaining between my the edge of my black shading and where my green fades out. And whatever's left over is going to be filled in completely with yellow, and that's going to have a nice smooth transition as my highlight source faded directly back into the green that I have shaded in there already.